see now. We're going to begin something different today. We're going to begin on our belly, okay? And I don't know, are any of you, just raise your hand. I haven't muted you yet though. Are any of you belly sleepers? Do you sleep on your belly at all? Not that it really matters. I do. I get my best sleep on my belly. But so if you want to put a blanket down underneath you, if your floor is hard, do that. But when you come onto your belly, you can do a couple of different things. You can lay with your legs together, or you can lay kind of in what we call crocodile, which is the legs are separated a little bit. You can bring your forehead down on your palms like that, or on the top of your hand, or you can just simply turn your head to one side or the other. If this doesn't serve you at all, then you can stay seated until we're ready for our first posture. So maybe as you lay down, you know, again, pad yourself, get comfortable as you can. And it's all about trying something different. So today, and for the next few weeks, we're going to be exploring a little bit in each of the practices during the week, the chakra system, our chakras, which are our 7 major energy centers that help to really regulate the flow of subtle energy in our body. So I'm going to mute everybody. And again, girls, maybe rock and roll a little bit. Maybe roll your hips a little bit. Maybe you need something to cradle your head or neck. Maybe you need a blanket over the backside of your body. But let's just begin here with something a little different today. All right. So as you arrive on your belly, just feel your body. Obviously, as we usually start, we're seated or we're laying back. This is a chance for you to feel your body differently as you begin to get quiet. You can just begin to feel the very subtle rise and fall of your breath and of your belly, because breathing and trying to sort of expand your belly a little bit into the floor is quite different. So begin by noticing the breath as it moves in and out through the tip of your nostrils. And as you notice your breath, just start to notice the temperature of your breath. Maybe there is one side that is more dominant than the other. So just notice if your breath is rough or smooth, or even if your inhale is a little bit longer than the exhale, or vice versa. And then as you notice your breath, just observe it without judgment. Then begin to follow the thread of your breath through your body, noticing what sensations are present. And it's going to feel different because you're on your belly. So whatever sensations you may notice here, whatever are present, just follow the thread of that breath through your body, trying not to judge those sensations that you may find. For here, as you are, you're cultivating the witness of your own experience. So can you be at ease with the sensations that you're feeling in your physical body? And can you observe them without reacting to them? Now take a moment to follow the thread of your breath through your emotional body as you notice what feelings are present without judgment about them. Acknowledge these emotions, or the lack, perhaps, or numbness thereof. And trust that our yin practice today, this very quiet, cooling practice, not only will help release some of that tight hold of your connective tissue, but it will help to bring balance into your body, the emotional body, the physical body, the breath. And then dive now beneath your physical and emotional body and come home to the ground of your being, that place of witness to all that you're thinking and all that you're feeling. And feel this place now in your body as a place of wholeness. And as the witness, just begin to notice any feelings, being that witness of your feelings. And know that today, throughout your practice on your mat, that whatever feelings arise, that you'll embrace them with acceptance and compassion. And lastly now, just begin to bring in any benevolent energies you wish into this place, for they can give you strength. And then again, finally, from this place of wholeness and compassion, ask yourself, what am I seeking today? What do I need today for my practice? And then let this be the intention today for our journey together. So with intention, or what we call sankalpa, and being the witness, let us begin. Now, if your head has been turned in one direction, gently pick it up and turn it to the other side. And just begin here with intention to start to draw the breath a little bit deeper, again, more intentionally. As we begin to awaken our very first chakra, our root chakra, or Muladhara chakra. Good. Begin to deepen the breath a little bit more. This root chakra is our building block on which all the other chakras build and rest. So from here, take a moment, if you can, just to tuck your pelvis under slightly as you inhale. And as you exhale, just release it. Start to get acquainted with this area of your body. Inhale and tuck it under just slightly. And on the exhale, release. And do this a couple more times. Again, this first chakra is our root chakra. And the main consideration of this chakra is survival. Good. Now, from here, we're going to move into our first posture of Sphinx, as you may have guessed. So come on and draw. You can start to lift your head, I started to say, and just begin to draw the forearms underneath so that the elbows and the arms, which are parallel with each other, and the palms are flat, so they're not directly under your shoulders. We want to begin with a very light decompression in the spine, in the sacrolumbar arch. So first off, just close the eyes as you arrive here. And just again, go inside your body and notice. Allow the shoulders to relax. The head can be dangling, or you can keep it lifted. Maybe you start dangling, and you can feel just maybe a slight pull in the upper back, the neck a little bit. Now start to deepen the breath. as you bring awareness to the base of your spine. For the root chakra is located at the perineum, pretty much midway between the anus and the genital. And it relates to the element of earth and vibrates to the color red. So maybe picture the color red in your mind's eye. But the main consideration is survival. For it's only when our survival needs are met that we feel grounded and safe in our lives. So breathe here. Feel your body here. And then if you want to deepen this a little bit, the simplest way to do that is to breathe deeper. Good. So maybe if you need a little bit more, you draw the elbows in closer. You want to make sure that those elbows are lined up with the shoulders. So be careful that they're not out from the outside of your body. That's it, Marilyn. Yeah, that left arm was a little bit out. And then continue to allow the head to dangle. Feel the pubic bone perhaps pressing into the floor. But see if you can relax the buttocks, because we tend to want to activate the muscles. And we know that in yin, one of the tenets of yin is to relax the muscles so that we can dive into the connective tissue. So let your breath move as freely as it can. Feeling a place of stillness. There should not be any sharp or electrical discomfort, pain. And let the belly soften even more. Good. Now, for the last full minute of this, if you want, you can stay like you are. Maybe you change how you are holding the head. Maybe you bring it up a little bit. And so if you'd like, you can come up into seal. So you'll just turn your hands, I call them your little flippers, out a little bit, and you'll press into the palms and straighten the arms more. So the elbows are lifted off the floor. That's it. Yeah. But at the same time, soften the shoulders. Try not to hold the shoulders up, because that's the tendency, right? That's it. So once again, you can let your head dangle, or perhaps you're going to keep it lifted. That's it. The Sphinx is one of these always almost that we do in our yin practice, because it really does help us create a lovely back bend. So breathe in and let that breath be the remedy for any tightness that you feel in your back. All right, girls, stay with me for 3 more breaths. That is all. Slow, deep inhales, slower, deeper exhales. And as you take your last exhale, wherever you've chosen to be, go ahead and gently let your body come all the way down. Wherever it lands, just be there for a moment without moving. Just be here. Pause here. That's it. Maybe now turn your head to one side and let your arms release down. Take a big, deep cleansing breath here and let it go. Now, slowly turn your head to the other side and take a deep breath there. That's it. And then from here, be aware of your breath so that you're still consciously breathing. Draw your palms under your shoulders and invite your body to press back into an embryo pose. So we're going to be getting into a dome-like shape. So it's a form of a child, but the closer the knees are together, the more you round your back body, so to speak. So embryo is just like child, excepting the knees are a little closer together and the body is rounding down and forward. That's it. The arms can float along the sides of your body. But most importantly, you're just going to breathe here, feeling this counter stretch in your back. Good. So you want the shoulders to be round and your belly to be soft. Your breath is still a conscious breath that you are breathing intentionally in and out. Good. That's it. Good. Now, take about 3 more breaths right here. All right. And then when you're ready, you're just going to slowly draw yourself up. And come just to sit tall for a moment, and then go ahead and stretch your legs out in front of yourself. Okay, girls. This next pose is something we haven't done in a while. So I'm going to take you into this pose really slowly. It's called cat pulling its tail, okay? And it's a really nice compression in the back again, but it also is going to help us open the quads and our upper, which are our upper thighs. Okay, so your legs are stretched out in front, okay? Take a moment just to close your eyes, starting with both legs in front. Now, you're going to begin to twist to the right and recline onto your right elbow. Okay, so your legs are out in front and you're going to twist to your right onto your right elbow. That's it. Keeping your bottom right leg straight. I'm just going to take you into this really slowly. Keeping your bottom right leg straight, bring your top, which is your left leg, forward and out and to the side. That's it. No, across. There you go. Now, bend your bottom leg, bringing the heel to the buttocks. That's it. Perfect. Now, reach back with your left hand and grab the bottom of your foot and pull the foot away from you. There you go. So now you're on your right forearm. You can also begin to lay down on that right side. That's it. That's it, Dawn. Yes. Good. Beautiful. Now, just stay like this for a few breaths. So this feels very different. You're mildly compressing the low back. You've just done a bigger back bend. Now, just breathe here. Good. You can also, if you'd like, roll onto your back a little bit so that that left shoulder starts to come down onto the floor a little bit. That's it, but go easy. It may be easier to stay propped up on that right arm. It is more challenging to lay down, to recline. So maybe you turn your head, if you are reclining, to look over the shoulder towards that foot. So this is a very different type of a back bend with a little bit of a reclining twist. Good. We have one more minute here. And I get this feels probably a little awkward because we haven't done it very much. And it's also a little hard to do, especially with you can't see me doing it. So that's why I wanted to guide you really slowly. So maybe play a little bit if you want with that top leg to get yourself even more comfortable. And just be here. Good. Take a couple more deep, full breaths. Good. Now, as you slowly begin to come out of this, let's just first do this together. Release the foot with the hand. And straighten out the leg if you'd like. And you can carefully roll onto your back now. Go easy. Pause there for a moment, and then you can hug your knees in. And you can rock gently side to side. Yeah. Do what feels good here. And then let's come back to center and set the soles of the feet down. And let's just do a very slow and gentle rolling bridge. So allow the arms to be relaxed down the sides of your body. The feet are separated and they're lined up with the buttocks. Slowly engage your core here and begin to lift your hips up, even though we really don't do a lot of engaging here in yin, but we just want to protect our spine as you roll up your back, and as you exhale, slowly roll down. Do this a couple more times for yourself, just to give yourself a nice little spinal massage here. Good. Go up one more time and roll down one more time. Good. And as you come down gently, just pause for a moment. And then stretch the legs down the mat. Now we're going to move to this cat pulling its tail to the other side. So we're going to guide you now. I'm going to guide you now from this lying down position. It might be a little bit easier. So from here, roll onto your left side, and you can prop your head up again with your left arm or your hand. So that left arm is down. Begin to keep your bottom or your left leg straight while your top leg, your right leg, is out to the side. Bend your bottom leg, bringing that heel towards your buttock. So you're on your side, Marilyn, a little bit more. You're on that left side. There you go. Yeah. And that bottom leg is folded, and you're going to reach around with your top arm to grab that foot or that leg, so to speak. And then pull the foot kind of away from you, creating that back bend effect. Yeah. Now that top leg is straight out as best it can be. It's probably going to be at an angle. And you're propping your head up with your left hand. See how this feels for you, girls. And then if you are comfortable, you can slowly and carefully allow the hand to release from the head, and maybe you roll kind of onto your back. Just be really careful here. That's all. If it feels good, do it. If it doesn't, come back to that first place. Good. And as you create this shape in your body, again, just feel that you are grounded and rooted here and safe here. I know this is a little bit of a challenge, but if we don't challenge ourselves, then how do we grow? How do we evolve? How do we learn? In our root chakra, if our root chakra is balanced, we have good physical energy, we have good health, and we have a sense of groundedness. We feel comfortable in our bodies, and we feel that sense of safety and security. So take a few more deep breaths here, girls. We have just about another minute here. Feel a gentle compression in your lower back, and really notice the quadriceps, your upper thigh. So especially obviously of that bottom leg, you can feel that quad being, pulled a little bit, diving into the connective tissue a little bit more. So again, if you have low back issues to begin with, go gently. You might not be able to pull the foot away at all too much. So the key is listening and noticing and taking care of. That's it. All right, girls, just a few more deep breaths. How does this feel? It's challenging. There's no doubt about it. Good. All right. One more breath. And then, depending upon where you are in this pose, let's all just first release the hand from the foot. Good. Just pause for a moment. Feel each and every sensation here. And then you can start to, if you're not on your back already, you can start to release that bottom leg and roll back onto your back. And please take your time here and just pause right here without doing anything yet. Just pause. You can keep the knees bent or straighten the legs out. Take a moment. Take a big, deep cleansing breath right here. And then open the mouth. Let it go. Now, before we move any other part of the body, let's just gently roll your head to the right and pause for a moment. Soften your shoulders down away from the ears. Roll your head back to center slowly and roll to the left. Be that witness, noticing. That's it. Now slowly roll the head back to center. Good. Now with the fingertips, girls, bring them to the base of your skull. Let them help you lift your head up just a little bit so that if you were gazing forward, you'd be gazing towards your toes. Feel a gentle little stretch here as you take a breath or two. And then slowly let the head come back down. Do this 2 more times for yourself. Inhale and lift up, maybe stay up for a moment or two, a breath or two. And then slowly lower it back. Let's do 1 more. Lift the head. Use those fingers to help you lift it. Gaze kind of forward. That's it. And then when you are ready, just slowly lower the head back down. And then now release the arms and hug those feet in towards your chest. Good. Using your palms to guide the knees, place the palms on the kneecaps so that they are the palms, the hands, the fingers are pointing down the shins, and just circle around and around. But let the hands do the moving. Up. That's it. And then go in your opposite direction. Just enjoy. So the head stays down, Marilyn. Just leave your head down. And you're just circling the knees together in a circle, this time counterclockwise. You want to really feel the sacrum, that bony structure. That's it. Good. And then coming back to center, hug those knees in. I'm really, girls, if you look at me, I'm not doing the practice much today because I'm a little bit sore in a couple of areas. So I'm trying to verbalize for you as best I can. So coming onto your back, let's slowly roll onto our right side. Pausing here. And then keeping your eyes gently closed, we're going to make our way up into our next pose. So you're going to come to sit. We're going to come into what we call caterpillar, which is a deep forward fold. Let your legs be totally straight out in front of you. And let the legs just completely flop open. But sit up nice and tall as you close your eyes here. And just start to deepen your breath here. On your next inhale, lengthening up tall through your body, just start to hinge forward a little bit. And that's a good idea, Joanne. If anybody wants to place a bolster or blanket on the front of your legs so that when you fold, you have a place to kind of land, that's a great option. Thank you for that. Yep. So as you hinge forward, you come to that place of resistance, and then you just completely let go. You start to dive into, once again, a dome-like shape, becoming very round here. But we're still very rooted and grounded here. The head is just dangling here. The shoulders are completely relaxed here. We're stressing the ligaments along the back of the spine. At the same time, you can feel a mild compression into the belly, into the organs there. This pose also stimulates your kidneys, the backside, and massages your heart at the same time while your breath deepens. So once again, if your root chakra is balanced, you feel safe and secure. But there's always chakras in our body that are not balanced, or that lack energy, or are to the extreme. So if this chakra, your Muladhara chakra, root chakra, is lacking energy, it causes us to feel fearful, insecure, a little spacey maybe, anxious. And some people, if this happens to, can have a tendency to be a little underweight. Well, maybe we wish that, some of us wish that it wasn't, that it was over, or that it was lacking and we would be a little underweight. No, that's bad me, no. Anyway, just breathe here, girls. Just let it go here. You're really affecting the joints of your spine and your organs, the meridians in the urinary bladder. So this is a little bit of a longer hold. Typically, we hold most of the poses that we do for about 3 or so minutes. We're going to hold this one for just an extra minute. So maybe renew here your intention. Feel your body rooted and safe and grounded here. And then maybe even asking yourself, where could I let go just a little bit more for this last minute? Where is the resistance, and can I just breathe my way through it? Slow, deep, intentional breaths here. Are you still holding your shoulders? Can you let them release a little bit more right here? Good. Take 2 more breaths. You may be feeling this a little bit also in the back of your hamstrings and your legs. That's a good thing. All right. Now, coming out of this pose, we're going to really slowly pull your belly in a little bit. So engage your core just slightly. Allow the arms just to completely drag all the way up. Yeah. And then just come to the top and just pause right here. That's it. The tendency is to always want to quickly move out of it, but we don't want to do anything quick in yin. So now just lean back into your hands for a minute. Let the legs stay relaxed. Lean back into your hands, open your heart here, and let the head go back just slightly. And then if you'd like, you can just walk the feet in, but really keep them separated, nice and wide, and slowly do a little slow windshield wiper from side to side. So only one knee coming down at a time really gives you a deeper stretch. So the wider the legs are, the easier this is. That's it. And maybe turning the head to the opposite side. So it's all about taking your time. Good. All right. Let's slowly and gently come back up. Hug the knees in for a moment, and let's just do a little bit of a seated cat dog. So your knees are in, you're hugging them in. As you exhale, just round here. Get into that dome-like shape. And as you inhale, lift and lengthen. Let the head go back just a pinch. Continue and do a couple more on your own. just to the measure of your own breath, making it feel really good for yourself. That's it. And then slowly come back. And we're going to allow your knees, just allow your knees to drift to the right. We're going to come into mermaid. So if you look down, your knees are kind of going to the right. My left ankle is resting in the arch of my right foot. Now, if you want, you can take your blocks or a prop or a blanket off to your right side, because we're going to be doing a twist here, but it's going to be an upright twist. So first off, we're going to start by just facing forward, though your knees are slightly off to the right. And again, your ankle is kind of resting into the arch of your foot, if that works for you. Let's take a few deep breaths here as you close your eyes. Feel rooted and grounded here. On your next breath, slowly extend your arms out and lift them up, and then soften the shoulders down. Good. Reach tall again, and on the exhale, you're going to start to twist to your right. And again, if you want to use your blocks or a prop to place your hands, because it raises your hands up and allows you to keep the length in your spine. So you can use your blocks or a blanket or anything that you'd like, or you don't have to use a prop at all. Good. So just breathe here and feel this nice spinal rotation. This is a great counter stretch, girls, for the poses that we've been doing. So just breathe here. And feel as you gaze off your right shoulder, the eyes are just softly closed. Feel how tall you are here. Again, using the blocks to support your hands encourages the spine to stay nice and long. But at the same time, even though there's a little muscular effort in the arms, can you soften everywhere else? It feels like you're holding on, I know, but let your body soften. Good. Breathing in and breathing out. If your root chakra is in the extreme, meaning you have too much, then there can be a feeling of heaviness, maybe sluggishness, if that's a word. Maybe we tend to overeat, and we're resistant to change. So only you know whether your root chakra is unbalanced, whether it's too much or not enough. Maybe it's balanced, and this will just encourage it. All right, we have one more full minute here. So can you just soften a little bit more here? Dive in a little bit more. Feel the inner rotation of the left leg and a bit of an outer rotation in that right hip, in that inner right thigh. And maybe you're feeling this in the low spine area. So breathe. 2 more breaths. Make them as slow, as deep as you can. And still feel rooted and grounded here and safe. On your next breath, just start to release the hand and come all the way slowly back around and just pause for a moment. We're going to gently lean back, bring those knees up, and really hug yourself in. So again, this is sort of neutralizing the spine. Let the head go. If you want to move the head or the neck a little bit from side to side or up and down, feel free. But be really mindful and go slowly, not in a hurry. Good. Now slowly come back up. And from here, we're just going to let the knees fold to the left. Your body is still square with the front of your mat. So as you look down and maybe be moving your prop to the other side, now your knees are kind of flowing to the left and your right ankle is laying in the arch of your left foot. So the idea is just to sit up nice and tall and feel, yeah, there's a little bit of imbalance here. Your right sitting bone is up a little bit. But let's go ahead and inhale the arms out and lift them up and stretch up tall. Take another breath, inhale, and on the exhale, start to twist to your left. Let the hands meet the floor or a prop, blocks, or a bolster, or a blanket, and start to gaze off your left shoulder. Feel this twist now. Really encourage the rooting and the grounding through that root chakra. Now try not to let your chin be towards your chest. You want it lifted so that it's parallel with the floor. And if you're leaning, you want to walk your hands back in towards the body a bit. So the chin is parallel and you're gazing off your left shoulder. That's it. Good. So feel this yumminess of this twist in your body. Feel rooted and grounded here. Focus on gravity actually helping you right here. So the root chakra is that building block. And we just encourage that even more when we move into our healthy backs practice this week by engaging the core. But here, there might be a slight engagement, but for the most part, you're trying to let everything go a bit. So deepen the breath, perhaps, and maybe the twist moves a little bit more to the left. If it doesn't need to. Honor your body, honor your practice right here. You have just a little less than a minute. So ask, what are you feeling now? Is it different on that other side? Climb inside. Kind of be that distant observer. So it's kind of a little oxymoron. I think that's the right word, where you're the observer, the witness, but you're inviting yourself to go in. Good. Now take about 2 more breaths. Slowly, when you're ready, we're going to unwind here by gently returning the torso back to the center. Pause for a moment. And then when you're ready, just going ahead and bringing those knees up. You can choose to hug them in. You can choose to kind of just rock back a little bit. You can choose to do a windshield wiper if you like, whatever is going to serve your body best. Okay. I'm going to dive into those hips a little bit more. And once again, this is a challenging pose. We're going to come into square. So let's start with, let's start with bringing your left leg. Let me show you here. So bring your left leg out in front, like you were going to be kind of in a 90-degree angle. We're going to then bring that right leg on top. So this is kind of called in regular hatha, it would be sort of stacking logs. So if it's possible to have both legs on top of each other, you can see for me, I have this big space, and you can always take a block in between that space for yourself. Now, what's important is to maybe keep your both feet flexed a tiny bit. Girls, if neither of these things work for you, bring that front leg or bring that right leg down in front and kind of flex that foot just gently. Yeah, that can work as well. All right. Otherwise, come into square on this side and close your eyes. I just want you to start to feel the sensations here. And probably without moving too much, you might feel that in that outer right hip. It can be pretty strong. Now, take a moment here and just stay right here if this is for you. Stay rooted and grounded. Otherwise, if you'd like, you can start to hinge and then round forward, bringing your hands down. But be very gentle. I think the word is come down gingerly. Huh? Good. And just let your body round and fold forward. If you're folding forward, once again, you're stretching the lower back and you're really intensifying the stretch in your hips. There's no question. You're really stressing the outer hips. So take yourself to that place for yourself where you feel the most sensation without going beyond your edge. This is a deep external rotation. Be careful of any pressure on your knees, because if your hips are tight, that's what can happen. So just breathe here. Maybe visualize the color red of the root chakra in and around those outer hips. Focus on allowing the weight of your body and gravity to keep you moving down, or giving yourself permission to back away when you need to. Good. All right, we have about 30 more seconds. So take 3 really good, deep, intentional breaths here. These are some deep poses today. So be as quiet and still as you can with just that appropriate amount of pressure here. Last breath right here. And then you can use your fingers, your hands, you're engaging your low belly just a little bit to slowly round yourself back up. And just pause for about a moment. Good. Now, good luck as you try to release these legs. Stretch them out in front of you. You can let them be kind of open wide a little bit. And then maybe just lean back into your hands and just roll your legs in and out, just a bit. That's it. And guess what? We get to do the other side. All right. You can see y'all are all excited about that. Okay. So from here, you're going to bring that right leg in front. And you're going to draw that left leg up. So we're coming into these little 90-degree kind of angles here on this opposite side. So if you have a space like I do, then you can place a blanket there to cushion you, or a block, whatever you choose. Sit up nice and tall, girls. Begin your closing your eyes and your slow, deep breath. As you invite your body, when it's ready, to start to hinge forward a bit. That's it. Beginning to round forward and coming into that place, that space. As you come in a little deeper, let the breath deepen even more. Let the head go. And try to make the distinction, if you can, between what is intelligent and useful versus pain. We don't want pain. So the question is, what am I feeling right now? And just remember that over time, this practice of yin can help you to loosen this tightness due to unfortunate aging or even neglect. So let the weight of your body, the hands are down, maybe holding you a little bit. Let the weight of your body help you to soften your heart down more. The idea is that, again, when our survival needs are met, we feel more grounded and safe in our lives. So breathe here. Feel the support here. Feel nurtured here. Even though those outer hips may be just speaking out. 2 more breaths here, girls. That's all. Make them really slow and really deep. Good. And then when you're ready, slowly begin to pull your low belly in and come all the way back up. Pause for a moment. Good. Feel your body here still. And then lean back a little bit if that helps you to unfold your legs. And go ahead from here and lay yourself all the way back onto your back. And as you do that, stretch your legs open to a V all the way out. That's it. So the feet are like kind of at the corners of your mat, the bottom corners of your mat. Good. Let the arms now come kind of out too. So you're kind of in a starfish pose. That's it. or a 5-pointed star. Good. Now, see if you are able to just slide your left arm over towards the right and take your right hand around the wrist of the left. Just come into a little gentle side stretch here. I know your legs are open and that's fine. I just want you to kind of stretch that left side of your body a little bit, mostly from the waist up. So soften the shoulders and just let that stretch occur naturally with your breathing. 1 minute here, that's all. Slow, deep breath. Good. They say to increase our first chakra energy, to eat more protein and maybe some earthy foods like root vegetables, or to spend time outdoors and just really tune into your body. Now, from here, just go ahead and release the bind and open, slide that left arm back open and the right arm back open for a moment. And then you're going to take that right arm, slide it over towards the left as the left hand encircles that right wrist and gently pulls through that right side body. So we've really kind of worked all 6 directions of our spine when we complete this side stretch here. So if you are feeling too much root energy, you can lighten things up by eating organic, fresh, and whole foods as opposed to a processed food. Maybe sleep a little less or increase the movements of the body. Breathe here. Just a few more breaths. Good. Slowly, when you're ready, release the bind and open the arms back out once again into starfish. Good. Slowly from here, let the arms float down. Take your hands, if you can, behind the knees and draw the legs together and draw the knees in. Hug them in and get really small here. Lift your head up and get really round here. And then exhale, just let the head come back down. Press your knees forward a bit to flatten the sacral area. And then let the hands rest on the front of your thighs as you extend your feet up towards the sky. As you arrive here now, in this next to our last pose, legs up the imaginary wall, or if you want to take yourself to a wall, do that. When you get to this pose, maybe circle the ankles around a bit. Maybe wiggle the toes, point and flex, but then find some stillness and breathe right here. Allowing the legs to be up over the heart, the feet over the heart, helps us to flush out our entire central nervous system. All of the poses that you did, everything is just being flushed with fresh new energy and oxygen. Prana, life force energy. Feel safe here. Feel rooted here. Feel grounded here. Breathe here. Now you may choose to stay here or slowly allow the legs to come down and make your way into a comfortable position for your Shavasana. Whatever that looks like for you. As you arrive in this final pose, maybe take a moment to tighten everything up. We haven't done that because we've been in our yin. So squeeze everything tight. And then on the exhale, soften everywhere. Let it all go. You can do this a couple more times for yourself. And let everything just be at ease. Feel the support of the earth below you. Feel safe and secure. Maybe take a moment to sense the color red. Maybe it's a red flower, an apple. And then just allow in your mind's eye that redness to liquefy or to become a red mist. And imagine that red mist bathing and soaking and surrounding the base of your spine. Just feel this sense of a glowing light at the base of your spine. And perhaps listening to these couple of statements. I have the right to be here. I have the right to have my needs met. I release and let go of fear. I am safe. Now, take just a moment. Just notice yourself. Feel this body of yours, this temple. And just feel gratitude. Slowly noticing this body, noticing the space, noticing your breath. And then slowly, as you decide to reawaken, start to breathe a little bit more into this body, into this space. And begin to stretch a little more. Maybe draw the knees in. Maybe just rock a little bit side to side. Whatever it is that would work for you is where you should be right now. So however that looks for you. Rolling onto your right side and just being there. And then keeping the eyes closed. Find your way back, and maybe for the first time this morning, into a comfortable seat. And become grounded now and rooted now through that root chakra. Feel that area at the base of your spine. And know that Muladhara chakra, the home of the root, relates to the principle of gravity, connecting to our bodies, into the physical world around us, and to the ground below us. We can only truly share in and value our life experiences when we are able to first meet our most basic survival issues of safety and security. So when this chakra is balanced, we feel healthy, whole, nurtured, and we can experience the connection to the whole. Bringing your palms together to your heart and bowing your head towards your heart in gratitude. Bringing your intention back in. And then carrying that with you through the rest of your day and the rest of your week. In closing, join in if you'd like. We sit together, the mountain and me, till only the mountain remains. We are all one. Namaste. We are all survivors, aren't we? All right, girls. Thank you for joining me. And maybe I'll see you on the mat later this week.
Great class. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you, Dawn.
Thanks, Mindy.
You're welcome. See you, Byra.
Great.
Bye.
Oh, look at that love.
What'd you say?
Look at Joanne's little love.
Oh.
I know. Isn't he cute? That's Bodhi.
Yeah, it looks like he would be friends with Leonardo.
He would. He for sure would.
Half the same. He's half poodle, and we don't know what the other half is. Maybe Maltese. I don't know.
Every time he meets a dog on the street, he's very friendly, and it turns out